Hey, everybody. Good morning. It's 20 minutes of coffee, and I gotta tell you the truth today. I don't even have coffee. The closest I have to anything, this is a man broadcasting from his workstation, not his studio, his workstation. All right, who are we kidding? My video game station. The only thing I have over here today, I have heartburn pills. I have Dollar Shave razors that I forgot to put in the bathroom. That I've been if Dollar Shave Club wants to sponsor me, I love these blades. If you don't want to sponsor me, I think the quality's gone down. All right, but change my mind. Prove me wrong, children. Prove me wrong. We are hanging out, having fun, as we often do here on for me, a morning time. We're going to watch with the audio. I got to get the audio down. I don't want YouTube gods to come after me. They've come after me not a lot lately. We're watching here, hanging out here live. You might be a channel member, and I'm very happy that you're here with me. Michael McCarsel's here. He says he just finished up his midterms and says, hope everyone is doing better than me. I think so. I'm having a not a bad day. I'm having one of those chaotic weeks. A lot of things happening. In fact, because of that, I will say I couldn't do my live show last night. Part of the reason was I was with Joseph Scrimshaw over on Alex and Molly's Star Wars Explained Clone Zone show, talking about the Bad Batch. Check that out. Always love hanging out with Alex and Molly, two of the best in the biz. And just not only content and what they do, but them as people. And also just some stuff going on. Nothing bad, just one of those weeks. And so I've moved the Blathering Live to next week. We're going to try to do 2 shows, Monday and Wednesday next week. We're going to try to do 2 goddamn shows next week. I don't know if that's smart, but we'll figure that part out when we get there. David McKay's here saying, feel that Kenergy. And we are, though I rub my eyes sleeping. I'm just going to play this in the background while we talk about this. Troy's here. I'm a man. Loves his Tums. As this plays, I hope I shouldn't get dinged. There's no audio. It's just in the background. This is news. This is fair use. I'm without permission from the Oscars. I love that. We're going to watch this again and again and again. Yeah, the problem with these, they've upgraded heartburn pills. This is the Kenergy I need, and these are tasty. They're almost like candy. I don't know if that's healthy for me. Heartburn might be better. Love this performance. I did not watch the Oscars, but it is. I titled this video "The Age of Ken." Growing up, Ken wasn't a bad thing. There's not a lot of Kens around. I got my buddy Ken Plume. In high school there was 2 other Kens. One went by Kenny, of course, was Ken, and the other one was Ken. The other one, his last name was like Napier, and me being Napzok. So it was very weird having Ken N-A-P on every roll call sheet. We shared a lot of classes. So I didn't, you grew up with a lot of Barbie jokes. Kenneth is my full name. You don't go by that unless you're in trouble. And it was a solid name to grow. I don't understand. I don't even know where Kenneth comes from. I haven't looked it up. I haven't 23andMe'd Kenneth. I don't know what region of the globe that emerged from. It just, for me, probably, it just was me. It's me. I'm Ken. But it has been somewhat hilarious. Real McCoy's here. That musical sequence was amazing. Real McCoy, you're absolutely right. And I don't know if you watched it live, Real McCoy. I did not. I watched it on clips. I was just blown away by it. We'll talk. Thank you. Real McCoy says, you are Knuff. You are Knuff. Real McCoy got that profile photo there of him golfing, I believe. My eyes are... What's your handicap? Mine's 102, I think. Kind of miss golfing. John Oliver also said he considers them candy. Man, Oliver's stealing my bits. Here's Slash coming in. What a thing that was. Slash right there. Wolfgang, somewhere in the background, the dancing, the tribute to Marilyn Monroe. It is. We'll talk about Ryan Gosling as a superstar, but there's my name. It's pretty hilarious, and it being tied to Barbie is of course perfect. I can't tell you how many times in my life that you walk into a meeting or get on a phone call or just roll call in school, and someone would say, "Oh, hey Ken, where's your Barbie?" And it's like, okay. I'm 10 years old. I'm like, knock it off. Then one time I actually did meet a Barbie. She was my insurance rep. And I had to take, this is several cars ago, and I had to take the car in. And, you do the photos. This is the olden days. Got to take Polaroids and stuff and put it in your file and all this stuff. And her name was Barbie. And I just kind of, I didn't, it wasn't like, hey, found my Barbie or anything horrible like that. But I did, I made a joke to it. There's Greta having all fun. Emily Blunt seems like she's having somewhat fun. That's a great shot. Okay, McCadden. Let's pause that. That's amazing. The Oppenheimer crew in the back, they're having fun. Cillian Murphy's having fun, but he looks confused as much as having fun. She's smiling. Krasinski seems like a reserved guy. I like Krasinski there. Just a reserved guy. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Yeah, that was like the closest. Actually, that's a good. You mentioned Aqua, David McKay. That was like the closest I thought my name was to being cool. I should just look at this shot. I should make this the backdrop of my YouTube channel. That should be my banner right there. I should change it. Could someone find a better high res clip out of that, and I got to make that into a banner. Aqua was the only other time I felt cool. Like my name felt cool. My name's not offensive. My name's not bad. My name's not silly. It's just a name. It's a name from an era, right? I'm definitely I'm definitely a 70s kid. There's probably a lot of Kens born in the 70s. In fact, my friend Ken Bloom born in the same era as me. So Aqua was the closest I felt to being cool, right? Not a lot of famous Kens. Unless they're like some questionable politicians, undecided voters. Was it Ken Bone? Was that the guy in 2016? Not a lot of famous Kens. I was like, my goal is to be the best Ken I can be and try to see how far I can take the name. But then, you got this. Now you got this. And it's just, it tickles me, I'll admit. The age of Ken. And I'm trying, can I take this Kenergy forward? There's a lot of laser bolts here. David McKay says yes. There's a lot behind this song. There's a lot behind this character in the movie. When discussing it, I always do want to be respectful that this, I don't want, like a lot of people are talking about, I don't want Ken to steal all the glory in the story. It's Barbie's story. It's a strong, I know there's a debate around how feminist the movie actually is, and is it feminist 101 versus, got it. It's a pro-feminist, pro-woman, pro anyone who is othered. It is a lot of pro in it. I think that's why I love the movie. But obviously, I'm going to take a lot from Ken, and I'm going to take a lot from men. I'm going to take a lot from its comments on what masculinity is and the trap it can be, and the prison and the truth, and that's everything about this song. And that's why I just like Michael Carsell says in chat, I didn't watch the Oscars, but I damn sure watched this. That was my thing too. I wasn't watching the Oscars. I was doing some work. But I saw this on social media. I was like, I got to sit down and watch this, and I'm just tickled pink, literally, over this, and not even wanting to get into the deep discussion around it. But I'm just trying to take the energy forward, the Kenergy forward. I don't have one of the shirts yet. Should I get a shirt? Shirts are expensive. Yeah, Laserbolt. Yeah. You share it. We're powerful. JW Baseman is here. Kenny Rogers was cool. Kenny Rogers in it was the New Edition. Yeah, right. That's just walked in to see what condition my condition was in. That's Kenny Rogers at his coolest, I think. Also, Kenny Rogers roasters, relatively cool as well. Michael McCarcel talking about his name. Michael's such a common name, but at least we've got some famous ones, hit or miss with several, but oh, well. Yeah. Sometimes, at least I have a Real McCoy, by the way, real jumping around. This is what I do here in 20 Minutes Golf. Real McCoy answers 306 handicap. Troy says, my golf handicap is a horrible slice and lack of practice. I might be doing some golfing soon. Might be doing some golf. I still have my clubs in the storage. Ellis is picking up some golf tips, and we might have to head out there again. maybe we're on the road, like we will be in Boston in the first week of April. Michael McCarson says, I've got the hoodie. It's usually too hot around here, but I still love it. Oh, did you get a Team Zoc hoodie? Look at is it appropriate to say Riz? This is Riz. I mean, look at Margot Robbie. Can't even keep it together. The shot of this from, I think, Lupita Nyong'o is right over there. Yeah, there she is. She's taking her phone footage. There's Lily Gladstone. Everyone's having fun. The Oscars needs to be more of this. Now, I know some of the songs are more serious. I did see the flap over the In Memoriam. That they got to handle that better. But this is fun. This makes me want to watch the broadcast. Matthew Stokes is Ken Block, seeming pretty cool. Chep. There you go. Okay, Maddie Gunner, who is generations younger than me, kind of, maybe one, says this is beyond Riz. So now we're post Riz. We're in a post Riz world because of Ryan Gosling. Is what you're saying to me. You got a Knuff hoodie. Oh, sorry. I thought Michael McCarson got a Team Zoc hoodie, but you can get a Team Zoc hoodie by checking out the Stream Element store below. Get a Team Zoc beanie. A Knuff hoodie is a good choice too as well. I just need to find one that's black because I wear mostly black. I'm not even goth. I'm just chunky. Wear black and then get that pink. I'm Knuff. There you go. Love this. This is just put together well. The concept. It's just beautiful. This is memorable. This and the Cena thing. I love the Cena thing too. And I didn't mean to turn this episode into an Oscar recap or breakdown. The Cena thing was great too. Cena's I wouldn't even call Cena a complicated man. He's just a well put together public image of a person. But he's got I think a somewhat decent reputation behind the scenes in pro wrestling, as far as I've heard. Didn't work with him directly. But 20 years, 20 plus, almost 25 years ago, MPW did try to book him in the first main event for our show when he was the prototype. Anyways, I'm off on a Cena rant. Cena's funny. Cena can deliver, and he's been very funny on screen before, in movies, stolen movies. That Amy Schumer movie from a few years ago with Bill Hader, which wasn't a bad movie. I actually kind of enjoyed it, but he stole that movie from me too. So Gosling and Cena, among many other things. Not even Gosling, Cena, and Al Pacino stole the Oscars. Right here, Margot and Greta. A lot of America for a lot of people talk about what they should have won in terms of Oscars. They won right there. That is a win right there. That's kind of crazy. You're at the Academy Awards. You got Emma Stone sing along. You got the La La Land connection there. You've got this. You got Wolfgang Van Halen on stage with Slash. This is the win. Time will not record who won the Oscars this year. Oppenheimer, great. Got it. Wonderful. Great study of challenging points and an important point in human history. This will be what we remember. When they do the Oscar roll calls, this will be shared more than anything else. This will be shared more than anything else. The history will record, obviously, that Oppenheimer won. But, unless you're a film fan, I can't tell who won in Best Picture 2005 or 6. A Crash? I don't know. I don't remember. Gonna remember this. That's a win for them. That is a win for them. A lot of other things going on in the world, including
independent president.
Mute that, so we don't get. But I was watching this story as well, and it didn't even win Best Song. I know, and that's right. It didn't win. David McKay's right. It didn't win. Kingsport House's American Fiction should have won more awards. Anything with Jeffrey Wright should win more awards. I agree with that. But this didn't even win. But it won. You know what I mean? Watching right now this new story on CNN. The Aaron Rodgers could not at this point sink any lower. There's a couple levels lower he could go. He could come out as aggressively anti-trans. He could just come out straight as a Nazi. And I'm not saying he is. Just that's as low as he go. But if this is true, as of this airing, Aaron Rodgers or anyone from his team has not come out and denied anything about the story yet. And is silence confirmation? I don't know. Maybe I take their time to get the word out. But RFK Jr. still running, third-party candidate which could cause problems because there's a lot of people that connect with a lot of his grassroots kind of ideas. There's a lot of things he might say that don't seem bad on the surface that I've even seen and go, oh okay, that seems kind of okay. But then you kind of dig deeper and you see what's going on. And as far as I'm concerned, once you cross certain moral lines, I don't care what your policies are that I might like, I ain't in your corner. And that's RFK Jr. for me. And this VIP list, which includes Jesse the Body Ventura. And Jesse's an interesting case, too. There's some things that Jesse said that I'm like, I agree with you. There's other things I'm like, I don't know if I agree with you. But he's also a damn good wrestling commentator. But that only goes so far with me, too. Michael McCarson says, I wouldn't be shocked if Rogers has more awful views. Yeah, if you keep digging, this is what you're going to find. But anyways, this crazy thing of RFK Jr. releasing a VIP prospect list, and Aaron Rodgers, still not technically retired from the NFL, still planning to come back and play, might be on the list, which I might imagine that would put Aaron Rodgers out of football and into politics full time if you were to run for vice president. And then afterwards, when they don't win, you can come back. My jaw's dropping about all this stuff about him just being so deep into the Sandy Hook conspiracy theories, which are just troubling on so many levels. But I had a friend go down this route too. I am fascinated with conspiracy theories. I will listen. I say it time and time again. I will listen to it. Any theory you got. But after a while, you dig, you find the core of it, and you find what your distrust is actually pushing you towards. And it's this kind of stuff. And I am waiting to see what he says. You got to say something. If CNN's covering that you believe in Sandy Hook conspiracy theories, you got to say something. And it can't be on a Pat McAfee type of show, which I think those days are done. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing to me. And like I said, I had a friend that went down this route. Knew him for years. And he just said there was another shooting. This was only a couple years ago. And he was like, another false shooting with actors and fake victims, and it's bizarre stuff. So yeah, I was just following that story. Also following the story of Chuck Schumer calling for the. You got Schumer calling for the. I'll mute the sound here, and watch this there.
Israel is a democracy.
Okay. There we go. That's it. We'll just make sure we're muted so that no one can ding me, even though it's news. Yeah, play it. Oh, playing picture. God bless it. Technology. I'm usually on top of things like this. But now, there we go. All right, back to that. Yeah, Schumer, I find it interesting that Schumer, I haven't heard the whole statement, I want to be clear. I was watching this before I started, but Schumer calling for elections in Israel to remove Netanyahu, which I would love to see Netanyahu, Bibi, out of power. I'd love to see he and Biden have that come to Jesus talk. But I do find it is, I don't know if we should be. And Mitch McConnell, it's one of the only times I haven't heard all of Mitch's statement too, to be clear. But the little thing above here, this one is Mitch McConnell rebutting, saying it's grotesque and hypercritical for Americans who hyperventilate about foreign interference in our democracy to call for the removal of democratically elected leader of Israel. This is unprecedented. I prefer we do it the old-fashioned way, which is we should just send the CIA to assassinate and get coups going. That's what I think, Mitch. We should just do it that way. Anyways, fascinating stuff. I want to highlight all the stories that we're covering here today, and all the stories you got to process. When I get back to doing anytime news, I will do this. Real McCoy talking about, we're going back to Aaron Rodgers stuff here. Troy says, would the Jets get better or worse with offensive line consisting of solely secret or surface agents? Got to be better, right? There you go. Hut hike. No one can come close. Real McCoy says, my wishes for Aaron Rodgers is break a leg, kid. Break a leg. Yeah, I never would actively root for anyone to get hurt in the NFL. But, God, there was some karma 4 plays in. And we didn't even really know back then. I didn't live in a world where I disliked Aaron Rodgers. I lived in a world where I had no opinion of him, right? If the Miami Dolphins were going to acquire him at some point, I probably would have been like, yeah, it sounds great. But then he just, wow, it's a fast slide, fall from grace on that one there. Oh, my God. What a time. What a world. That's why I think the Kenergy is calling to me today. That I can take this energy forward. Look at the things going on inside me and release myself from those prisons, the prisons I put myself in. Take my cowboy hat off, make Margot Robbie laugh, and we all can be enough, is what I think. I want to thank all my channel members hanging out with me. Like I said at the top of the show, if you're watching live, we will be doing 2 episodes of Blathering Live next week. Schedule and life, most of it good. All of it hectic. Kind of took me away from the live show on Wednesday nights, and I got to figure out the best way to get calls in. Don't forget, if you're a channel member, you'll be able to call into the show now. It might best be done through Discord on my Patreon page, which means channel members might end up getting Discord access, which means I want to make sure Patreon members are also getting something else as well. Matty Gunner says the black cowboy hat. God, he's cool. Yeah, he's just cool, man. And there's this battle of like where there were there studio executives that said Gosling was, not a movie star and all those kind of things that have come. He's a goddamn movie star. And I know we're in the age of, there's no movie stars and this only the superstar directors. Sure, I don't think that's wrong, but you got one right here. You got Emma Stone. You got Rebecca Ferguson. There's movie stars. We got movie stars, and it's a different kind of movie star. I think Rebecca Ferguson sitting on interviews and just speaking truths, making jokes with my old buddy Maude Garrett about, MGM and riding worms and all those things. You probably saw those clips. What a great shot, by the way. This is perfectly choreographed and put together. Rebecca Ferguson's a movie star. Make her a bigger movie star. We got Gosling. I like the nice guys. There's also this wonderful weird push for the nice guys to get that reveal of Slash is so good. There's a push to get nice guys too, right? I want to revisit Nice Guys. I remember wanting it to be like the spiritual sequel to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and it kind of might have been, but I think at the time in the theater I was just wanted to go watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang again. But now maybe this will be a push. But that's him and what? Russell Crowe? Russell Crowe's, he's an interesting cat, right? Do we like Russell Crowe or not? I think the jury's always out. He's not the nicest. David McKay says, hopefully now she isn't stuck in Mission Impossible. Yeah, that could be it. But so we got to find the right package. We got to find the right package for Rebecca Ferguson. That's our goal here. One of our goals. Matty Gunner pointed out, but here's this MVP, the cameraman on the move. Strong handhold. I love the smooches. Gosling's just bending all over the way, bending norms. And that's the point. I might watch this again this weekend. I haven't watched Barbie since the theater, since I had an emotional reaction to it in the theater. Joseph Scrimshaw tweeted this out, but what a great, you got Slash, who still looks damn good. But here's the thing about Slash. We don't know if he looks good or not because he's crafted a perfect image. The hair, the glasses, and the hat. You barely know what Slash looks like. And I've seen pictures of him without this stuff, but he looks the same. That's a rock star move. Craft a look where you can just look the same. Wolfgang's doing great as well. Thanks for hanging out. This is what we do. We got some catch up with comments here. Matty Gunner, channel member, says Russell Crowe seems like a crazy uncle. You need to be on your toes around at the family dinner. Yeah, I think that's fair. Russell Crowe's not someone I've had an interaction with, to be fair. But I have a lot of friends in the movie reporting business over the years who have. The reports aren't great. But I also think and I'm not defending him to them because there's some stories I heard that I, wouldn't say I enjoyed his actions. He has that a little bit of Adam Driver has it now, but I think Adam Driver's just nice. I think Crow's probably got a little bit of an ego, an Oscar-winning ego to him. I don't know. Where he just has a little bit of like, he's bothered by this. Like Harrison Ford's always been bothered by the press work, but he gets through it, and his grumpy thing's charming. You got, other folks that just, like I said, Adam Driver, he does the press. He doesn't want to talk about Star Wars all the time. He didn't show up to conventions, never showed up to one Star Wars celebration that I was there for. But he's there for the work. This is his job. Russell Crowe has a little bit different energy than just this is my job. A little bit has to do with like, I'm Russell Crowe, I think, but that's from afar. That's from people who've sat in the room with him. But I still, at the end of the day, I still kind of like him. That's the thing. That's the struggle. I've heard some stories, but I still kind of like him. So maybe that's a crazy uncle thing. You can tell who slashed us just by the shadow. There you go. The Gosling Harrison Ford interviews, Maddie Gunner points out. That's great. We're starting to sign out here. I got to get to some other work as well, but I love hanging out with all of you. This will be my only broadcast on the channel this week. Monday and Wednesday, we'll do some live blatherings. I'm going to work on that phone system, so stay tuned. If you're a channel member, I will post it. I will do a post for channel members only, and that will have the information on how to call in. I'm going to figure that out over the weekend. And if you're in my Discord already, because you're a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/Ken Napzok, and you have a thought on how to get the calls in, I am always up for some technical help. All right? That's the best. But shout out to all those who are hanging here. Real McCoy says, have a Kentastic day, everyone. Real McCoy, we appreciate you being here. Anytime is on Friday, 11 a.m. We got Darina is our guest of DJ Bruja Radio, and I've titled the episode The Coming Revolution, but we actually really don't know what we're talking about. We're just going to bring Darina on, and we're going to talk. Her and Alden are going to probably plan the revolution, and I'm just going to sit there trying to, hold them back a little bit. That might be the plan. That might be what's going on. So 11 a.m. Pacific for that. Check out all the stuff on Force Center. Jennifer's been killing it with the Jedi Beat. Busy. A lot of things going on, but I love hanging out here with my channel members and all of you watching later. Become a channel member so you can get in the chat, and we can watch I'm Just Ken together. Bye.